How's it going? Welcome back to another day here in Icarus. For today, we are building a base. Dude, I am super excited to finally get started on the next base build. Been working a ton off camera trying to get stuff farmed up, and we still don't have all the parts, but we got enough to get started on today. Now we are over by the lake, kind of where we've been talking about over the past couple of videos. We got desert over here, we got desert over here, and then snow right back there. So it's kind of like a prime spot, I mean, at least for the moment. We also have different creatures over here too than the original starting zone. We got bears, we got buffalo, we got pigs, we've got the moas, so a lot of stuff around. It's not exactly safe, but a lot of new stuff around for hunting and gathering, stuff like that, you know. Also got the geyser over there, a couple nodes of aluminum right here, some more caves around. I'm excited, man, super excited. Went ahead and got the foundation set down. Now normally what we'll do, and don't worry, that is not our base right there, that is storage. But normally I do all the foundation work on camera. But I kind of realized, man, anywhere around lakes, this one and where our original base is, there's no flat zones, at least not big ones. They're all kind of sloped going down to the water. I mean, which is fine, but we're not building a terraced base. Right here would be fantastic if we were. We need a flat zone, so it took me a while to get this one picked out to make sure that all the foundation is out of the ground. So, what we're going with is a 6x8. Now, this might get extended out to a 6x10. We'll kind of see how it works out once we get the walls and roof on, and see how much room we have in here for the balcony. And what we're doing is 2 walls high. It's going to be kind of like a barn shape for the most part. Slope roof on top, using the normal slopes plus the shallow ones. And then what I'm thinking, possibly, I'm kind of overweight here. We might have stables attached to the base on this side. Maybe. We'll kind of see how that works out. And then over here, have a greenhouse at the back. We're going to have our cooking area, outdoor grill, stuff like that up here. And then probably a balcony on the outside over here. Kind of overlooking the cliff face there. We'll see, man. We'll see. So, let's get I think the mow is empty. Let's grab some parts and we'll get started. That's all just normal junk. Drop these off here. We are going to have to go back to the other base to get parts here, but I want to use what we have because I don't have it pieced out. And I don't want to overmake stuff. I'm hoping to get the shell done in this video, including the floors. In between videos, move all of our equipment, all the resources over here as well. Probably just set it right here in the middle. And then the next video, we'll start putting stuff where it goes. Please, I don't have time for you today. We are busy. Let's go ahead and pick this guy up too. Just to keep other creatures from coming around. So yeah, we'll kind of see how it works out. Now, I wanted to build this in some of the beeswax wood. And use stone as well. Kind of keep the primitive theme. But the brick looks very, very nice. And the other problem is, too, we don't have enough beeswax for making it all into the wood. So maybe at a different build, we'll do that. Or possibly for some of our outposts, we'll do it with that instead. So what we need to start off, eat some breakfast. We'll take some walls. We'll take some of the shallow slopes. We'll take some of the regular ones. A little bit of glass. A little bit of glass. We'll work on the floors afterwards. Let's take some more of the walls too. Then we need some of these. This should be enough to get started with. So kind of start here in the corner. 2 walls high. Do the same thing over here. Now a lot of these walls, don't forget, will get picked up as we build more on the base. It can change out for windows, whether they're going to be the glass walls or just the little windows. I like the little windows. So we might have some of those probably on the back side. Now back here, we're going to have an indoor balcony for half of it. Underneath will be the indoor kitchen, stuff like that. And then all of this will be workshop. That's what I'm saying. It might need to be 2 more deep. We'll see. We'll see. All right, do that. Now for the front here, we'll do the wide doors. Let's go back to this. That's a good place to start. All right, so a couple more of these. And then we'll work on some of these. A left and a right. Then we're changing to the shallow ones. Kind of change it up some, right? Steep slope, shallow slope. Now for the side parts where we want to have possibly our stables out over here, it'll use the shallow ones again. So that way it's not just a flat up and down. Words are hard sometimes. It'll be shallow, steep, and shallow. Kind of changes up the look a little bit, you know? So we need one of these. We need one of these. Now, here's the thing about these two, right? If you're looking at the items you're building, this one is a piece that we put up there. You know, the icon is the proper direction. Same with this. Proper direction. These are backwards. Now, the right is the right and the left is the left, but this icon should be over here and this one over here. See what I mean? It's backwards. So confusing, man. When I was trying to build, I was like, why is that one always backwards and facing the wrong way? But that's what it is. So, that is the height of our base. Now, we got 2 walls high here. And that'll be where our balcony starts on the backside here at the second wall. So we got plenty of space back there where we don't feel claustrophobic. And then with the way that the roof is, it's almost 2 more for the top part too. So plenty of headroom in the balcony. Now let's go ahead and start off with some of these. Make sure they are on the roof. Easy. There we go. 2 of those. We'll do the shallow ones again. Start off with the lower, and then it changes to the upper ones. I thought these were kind of weird when we very first started the game. I didn't understand the upper and lower, but it kind of makes sense as you build with them more, and the way that these roof tiles are here, right? For the walls. I like it, man. I like it. It's not too bad. So that is pretty much the structure of the base there, as far as the roof goes. Now again, it's going to look very weird today because we're not going to have anything done except for this main hall. We are building on that side and this side, so it won't be one big long great hall. It'll be some stuff on the side too. Hopefully. Really hoping the greenhouse works out over here. So what I want to do next is remove that and this. Both of those. Glass here. Glass there. We're missing some of... Nope, we have them. Half one there. We will rotate this one around. We want some of these upside down. Remove both of these. We can do this part 2 different ways. We can do these slopes going all the way up to a peak. Or we can do this and do solid glass all the way up. I kind of like how this is versus having it peak. I like that. Let's go with this. Now, I was kind of looking for some of the doors. Whenever I was building these, I couldn't find any wide doors. Looked everywhere in the tech tree. Turns out what you do is you use 2 of the normal doors, and they go side by side. Like this. That is fantastic, dude. Really like that, man. Like it a lot. Easy to get all of our teams inside, too, if we need to bring them in. And plenty of room to get through without getting stuck. I like it, man. I like it. All right, cool. So that's done here. Let's build back this way some. I tell you what, let's do this too. Just while we're here. We'll put those out just for some stairs getting in. Where's Junior? You all right, buddy? I tell you what, let's do this. Let's put him inside so he doesn't get into a fight with the other creatures until we get somewhere made for him. I did bring him some water too. Water's fine. All right, cool. So, more of these. And we'll loop this all the way around. Please cooperate. And I got a way I want to do the water and the electricity. Now, it's kind of a mix of reading the comments and then some of the people I play with off camera on different games. They've been building in this game as well. And there's a way we can do it in here. Kind of linking them in the middle and then putting our floors on top. I kind of like it. I really hope it's going to work out and make life easier for expanding and moving our furniture around. So we'll do all that before we put the floors down, which will be the interior wood in here. And then the balcony, as well as probably the stairs, will be the interior wood too. I'm not exactly sure how to frame this out with the pillars though, right? Because one of the main things we're missing in this game, well, one is going to be the half railings, but we got pillars that match up, I mean, perfectly for this slope diagonal. We don't have any of the shallow ones, so I can't line that up there. It's like one of the main things they're missing is the half railings, the slope pillars, and then probably some of the half pillars too. Make life a little bit easier having all those three things, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Give me a minute. Let me get this place walled in. Extend the roof back, and we'll kind of work on the balcony. All right, so instead of doing the roof right now, let's take a look and see if the balcony will work out right here. We might need to extend this out 2 more tiles that direction. I got some of the floor for it. I just don't want the base to be bigger than what it needs to be, you know? So let's do this. Give me some of these. Which direction do we want the wood slats to go? We got side to side. Or we've got up and down. Up and down is kind of if you run in here. The wood slats are going the same direction. Let's do side to side. I don't know why. But I kind of like how that looks. So, we'll start up here. Moving very, very slow. And go side to side. Now what I'm thinking is, maybe 2 tiles deep here. Need to remove some trees as well. 2 tiles deep. And then 2 tiles deep this way. I don't want it to go all the way to the front of the base. I want that to be open. This back here will be kitchen, cooking, things like that. One more. Okay, Junior, you're kind of in the way now, buddy. Let's put you over here in the corner. I'll spin you around, don't worry. You're not in trouble, okay? I just need you over here out of the way. Look, man, you're out of the sun. Don't have to worry about getting burned, things like that. Now for this, we might do stone. We might do wood for this. Actually, you know what? Stone might work because the wood will be on the floor. Plus up there, I don't want it to be too much. And we have this. I kind of want to be a little bit wider up here, I think. Without going that direction. It'll be too much if we get too close to the front of the base. Because don't forget, up here, we're going to have our beds, our living area. We're going to have our trophies as well on some walls up here. You kind of see how we built that. And I don't want to be claustrophobic, so that kind of sucks. Let's grab the other foundations. I wasn't sure. Some of this I did pre-planning on, but obviously not all of it. We'll just do 2. We'll keep it on even numbers just to make life a little bit easier. I mean, it should work out like that. Clean all this junk out. I totally forgot my sickle again. Twice I've gone back to base, and I keep forgetting it. Alright, just about done with this here. So this whole thing, we might move back 1 tile. I'm thinking 3 should be fine. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so just move the stairs back 1 tile. That should be set. Let's do this now. Can't wait to remove the little shack here in the middle of the floor. So with that, that means removing 1 on those. And then 1 there. Don't fall, don't fall, don't break a leg. So I'm not sure what happens whenever you do that. Sprain an ankle or break a leg. I prefer not to find out if possible. Just saying. Alright, there we go. There we go, man. A little bit more room in here. Not as claustrophobic. And this might get blocked off some down here and made into a door to go through. Possibly. We'll kind of see how it is once we get the rest of the base done. Remove them for now. That should be fine for structural integrity, I think. Get some lights on. Kind of hard to see in here. That's one thing we need to look at is some of the lights. Now for that, was doing some searching off camera. Dude, there is a ton of lights in this game. Kind of wish things like this will be kind of lumped into one folder to unlock, because otherwise, to figure out what we want to use, I have to waste points on all these. We got 15, but still. I'm thinking possibly the basic wall light and the basic ceiling light. Now, whenever we figure out what we're missing for the base build and we head back to base, I mean, it's going to happen, man. Let's be honest. We'll go ahead and get a list together of what parts we need, make some lights, test them out over there. Now I'm thinking for power, maybe we'll just bring 1 or 2 of the windmills, set them up over here, just to get started with, you know? Let's get up here and try to do the roof. I wanted to do this first because it kind of gives us a way to reach all this. Hoping we got some more of these in the cabinet. I think we do. Now for right here, I want to make a... I see you. I want to make a flat wall to be able to put some of the trophies up on. I'm not sure how big the trophies are, but I'm thinking it could be like a wall mount, right? So what we'll do, using interior wood, of course, is we'll do this. And we'll block it in. That'll do 2 different things. 1, give us a flat wall for the trophies, and 2, it'll give us a space back here to do our battery bank. So it's kind of hidden, and that'll be for our buffer system, for our power and stuff. Kind of see? Not sure how big the advanced batteries are. We'll make one as well when we go back to get our other parts that we need, as well as the lights. And I'm hoping they'll fit back here. If not this way, we'll do it this way. Just leave those for the moments. And we need some, well, let's just do these. We need some more. Let's eat the berries. Don't let them go to waste. 1 more stack of these. We might have enough, possibly, maybe. If we do, we're lucky. Because I didn't know how to count all this out before I came here. So that's good there. Now, building on the concrete foundations, we might not need any of the pillars for supports. I think that's the way that it works with the structural integrity. Is that the last stack we have of these? We got 1 more. Change over to the lower ones. Now, there are supposed to be some new solar panels coming in-game here soon. I think with the next update. And with that, they're supposed to go on, I think, the roof. I didn't look too much into them. But if so, we got plenty of room here to attach them and help boost our power output, you know? Not sure how expensive they'll be. Probably pretty costly, but that'd be nice to have for sure. We might do a ridge cap as well, with some pillars right down the middle. Not sure if we can. We'll see, we'll see. And let's do the upper roof. It scared me, not gonna lie. Hunted. Surviving the forest for 50 hours. I can't believe we're that far into this game, man. I played a ton off camera, doing farming, stuff like that. But there's so much to do in this game, dude. Get this other side, too. Oh, we're out! 1, 2, 3. We're missing 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're missing 8 on the shallows, okay? Let's do these real quick. There better not be a storm because it will destroy the inside. I'm just saying. Are those shallow? That might be shallow. Might be able to use those. Let's check them real quick. Need that for sure. Now up here, what we're going to do, I think possibly, maybe do glass right here. I'll do a big door. Do a big door here. Right? Come up. Doors going out. Balcony right out here. Maybe just 1 tile wide. Nice overview of the valley down there. Gonna have this on both sides, going all the way down. Maybe on this side we'll do... want to have a fireplace up here. Maybe do a fireplace right here against the wall. And then the bed on the side. Kind of by the glass and the fireplace. I don't know. And then right here, I'll have one of those. We'll replace it with the interior whenever we get them. I just want to stage this out. Do that. And that'll be good for the wall to attach to. Like that. All the way down. I like it, dude. I like it. All right, cool. Let's do this. Grab some of these. Grab some railings. Safety first. Just saying. Dude, we are so overweight. Maybe just 4 wide. Now, I think on the other base, we had the interior railings on the outside, too, because they don't take damage. So, might do the same here. Let's do this first, though. They're definitely going inside here. Okay, not there. Again, it's super weird that these get picked up by X and not Y. Why? I don't know. Okay, so 2 more on the railings. 2 more sets of doors. Was it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those. And that'll be the shell complete. I mean, not the whole shell, but I mean all this stuff up here. That's not too bad, man. What do we have left? Some glass, some of these. Oh, you know what? We need a lot of the shallow ones for the outside, too. I'm thinking for... Let's empty our inventory. Hold on. Tired of being overweight. Sort. And actually, while we have them, we'll set these up. I'm thinking for this side, do the stables. Now, we'll be covered. Have railings on the side and gates in the front. We've only got Junior plus 2 of the Bison, so we don't need to be the full length at the base. If we're 10, we'll do 4 stables, right? 1 tile wide. So, pick this stuff real quick. Clean an area. Remove some trees. All these have to go eventually because they're going to fall when the windstorm comes and totally destroy the base. I'll probably just remove what we need to right now and then do a lot of the trimming off camera once I get some more storage over here with the rest of the items, right? It's going to be so much to move, but having the Bison isn't too bad. And you guys said that we can use those guys and outrun them, right? And if we get too far away, they will teleport to us. So I don't have to worry about moving a little bit, let them catch up, move a little bit, let them catch up. Should make life a little bit easier for moving everything. Almost. A little bit more. So much wood on these trees, dude. I mean, it kind of helps out with our levels, harvesting and stuff. We're up to level 50 now, so we are moving along. Alright, that's good there. Get you out of the way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more there, too. We'll remove it in a minute. So that'll work out for the stables. Very small right now. We can expand later on. Or build some over here. Freestanding. Super flat over here. Might do a lot of our power over here. Now, having the water so close, we should be able to use a water wheel too. Right? That is flowing water, I think. Looks like it. Not sure how that one's going to work, but we'll figure it out. Let's eat the rest of our berries. Just saying. Don't let them go to waste. And that leaves us with 9 over here. Now I'm thinking... right here should work. How big of a greenhouse do we want? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Want to come out just 2? Don't forget we get 2 crop plots per tile. I want to do 5, odd number, for a door. We got 2 left. Let's do that. So we need 1 more of the foundations. It's not bad. Bison, okay. Do your thing, buddy. Do your thing. Stay back, man. That'd be 4 slots for the barn. Okay. Trying to get our list together for what we need from the other base. I mean, that'll kind of work. All right, let's talk about the floors real quick before we head back to the other base. So, obviously we have the interior wood. Almost ate the whole stack. What we're going to do is put you up here. Do not run off the side. Yep, look around, look around. I'll tell you what. So, what we'll do is start off with the power. And go from the middle to here. And what we'll do is line the whole outside. It's going to curve. If we started here, there we go. Connect it like that. Do that around the whole perimeter. Maybe every second tile. We'll do another one, so we'll do it right here. And down here, if we skip 2, it would be right here. So that'll work out perfect. And that way, we always have power around for the base. Connected around the corners. Now, whenever we go to put up our equipment, there's 2 different ways we can do it. One is, like these right here, we got set on the ground, right? They're on the concrete. We can take this, snap it in here. It does remove part of the height. I mean, all the equipment is built up on legs, right? So anyways, you're going to have plenty sticking out either way. So with that, if we need to pick up a tile, we can do it without it breaking all this stuff because that is actually set on the concrete. That's one way of doing it. The other way is to have it like this. Put down a... Well, hold on. Let's do this. Nope. Hold on. What are we doing? What are we doing with our life here? Other ways to do this. Let's start it. Our torch broke. I need to be able to see, man. I'm blind without a light. One of you. One of these days we'll have some electricity. Just saying. The other way is to set this maybe like right here. And attach it. We could attach it right here. And then across. Then you always have a power supply. That one's kind of sitting crooked, but have it against the wall. Then you've always got a place to attach it right back here. When you have something sitting there. Then we never have to pick this back up. That's the other way of doing it. Why is that being weird and attaching... not flat? Interesting. I mean, we could do it this way too. That'll be flat. But it's... like right there. We'll work it out. But you kind of see what I'm going with on that. And that way it's always there on the side. Not too sure. We'll kind of figure that out once we start moving our stuff in. Now for the water, we're doing the exact same thing. Now you can't stack these on top. It's not possible. So what we'll do... keep clicking until it lets us put one down. Right there. And run it the exact same way. Same grid. Of course, we won't attach it to the side. We'll just have it here. We'll get to there, just do this. And extend it all the way down. That'll give us water and electricity throughout the whole base without having any problems. Once we get to the sides here, you guys left me comments and said what we can do. If we want to run it up like, say, right here. We'll just do it right here for simplicity. Run it down, attach it underneath, and then we can use pillars to cover that up. Because we are going to have supports every so often. And then your floor to ceiling is totally hidden, right? Having this here kind of works out for up here because we can put all of the battery banks possibly back here, but then run the wires and it'll be behind the walls. Make it all look nice and clean, you know? Got to figure out how to get it inside the base. I'm guessing Maybe run it along the ground right here. So it's going to be hidden. And then place these on top. And just run it to the inside. Whatever attachment node is right there on that foundation. That should work out, I think. We'll see. We'll grab one of the windmills or two. And bring it over for testing. Get it kind of set up. And then we'll know how to run it. Take these down for the moment. Not sure if we're going to have these around or how many. But this kind of matches in, too, with how stuff is, right? Same texture. Well, it'd be kind of neat. I don't think we can. Can you put a wall on the outside of these? Like you can with the floors? The floors kind of hover over these. I don't know if you can put a interior wall and have it snap to that. If so, that would be fantastic, man. We'll try to remember to test it because we need to make some for up here to replace the wooden one or the stone ones. I don't know, kind of like the stone with the wood. Maybe leave those stone instead? Let's leave these stone. We'll do the end cap. Maybe as wood. And those, leave it as stone. So make up a couple more of those. So 5 more of those. So we need probably a stack of 20 on the shallow ones. About 5 or 10 more of the walls. Gonna need some beams. I'm wanting to put some of the wood ones in here. Kind of lining this right here. And then coming down at an angle for a support. Maybe a couple supports around here too. We need some doors as well. And then only one more of the foundations. How much do we have of these? Need to pick these up and fix them. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 16, 18. I need one more. We'll be set on those. That's not too bad, man. All right, I'm going to go ahead, remove the trees, clean this up, do the same thing to the other side. We do need some of the foundations for out here for extending our deck out. That's going to be a total different build for a different day. I want to get this kind of sorted out. And I'll grab all the stuff. I'll see you at the old base. We'll make up some of the lights, test those out, see which ones we want, grab the rest of our parts, grab some power, come back here, get all that ran and set up, and that'll be the video for the day for getting the shell done. I like it, dude. I like it. Super excited to get everything finally moved in. So, here's the thing, right? I have been talking to myself. Why is that wall backwards? But I have been talking to myself for about 15 minutes because somebody forgot to hit the unpause button when I got back to the old base. So, yeah, you didn't miss much, just me rambling on while we made our things. Now, what I got from the other base is we got some doors. We got some of the glass for the greenhouse. Might do that today. We'll kind of see how our time is. I mean, we got a little bit extra since I forgot to hit the unpause button. We got our fireplace. We've got our bed. Now, I want to make some different beds here. I think there's another one that is a lighter color. Might change it out, but for right now, we can set our respawn point here. Got some of the interior wood, the pillars, the floors, and the railings that we need. One wind turbine for power. We got the rest of these that we need. We've got some floors. We have the advanced battery bank. That was a pain to make. Holy crap, dude. And it is very, very heavy. 60 on the weight. Got some more of the ramps. We got some of the walls. And then the lights. What we ended up going with the lights is a basic ceiling light. 150 on the power, but it says it's got a wide illumination range. And I'll kind of show you here, since I did show you at the old base, but you weren't paying attention. Okay? Not my fault. So, floors are done in here. There was 2 major storms while I was gone. Are we good on the floors? Nothing got broke? Well, that's kind of nice, man. All right, let's start with the floors here. You can kind of see how all of the wiring is. Turned out very, very nice. We had 6 of these that were missing. And that'll complete this. Ah, you know what I forgot? Dude, of all things, man. All things. Forgot the other block. For right there. I removed that one when I was chopping down the tree, so it happens, man, it happens. Not a big deal. Let's put you back. Fix these two that are backwards. I can't remember if I told you or not, but I'm not too sure what to do with the pillars for the border, right? Because we don't have these here. Now, I looked at the other base when I forgot to hit unpause about making some of the half pieces to come out here, right? For a little bit of an overhang. And it works. There's some of these, but there's not the shallow ones. So I brought full-size ones. What we might do is put some of the beams on the inside. That'll be the next video, though, I think. It still might look kind of weird because they stick out so far. I'm not too sure, man. Not too sure if we can do it up here, too, where the slopes are shallow. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. All right, cool. Anyways, that's done here. Let's finish the roof and the wall. So that needs to be the upper one. So that's sorted out. I think we're just doing regular, right? Isn't that what we decided? Was just these? Instead of glass. That's done. I've got our doors. The old base, no doors. Kind of robbed them all. Alright, that'll work here. And we've got our railings. There we go, man. Nice overlook. Now we'll kind of set it up proper, too, with some supports on the backside. Just some of the beams going at an angle. And then up here, we're doing the normal walls. I think it looks better than having the interior ones. Oh yeah, before we do this one, how big is this with this? It's pretty tall, is what I'm kind of worried about. We cannot go this direction. Well, actually, that'll work there. Okay. So that will work here. And what we'll do is probably span these out maybe 6 back here along the wall. Wiring will go right along the outside. Because for the length, it's not one full tile. It's about 2/3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could do 7. Might just do 6 and call it good. That side might not need to do 2 rows. I don't know how big of a buffer we need because everything will be electric. And again, if you missed the last video, what I plan on doing, having enough power here to run all the lights normally and stuff, and then set up a buffer system. So that way we don't have to overproduce power here. Anything we do overproduce will get stored in the batteries. Then when we go to do crafting, it's going to cause that to drain more than what we have power to supply. But I should suck it out of the batteries instead, because it won't be constant on all the time, just whenever we need it. So it's a nice buffer system there, instead of having a ton of production here at base. So that'll work. Let's set up the one for right now, since we have it. Let's start at the end. So we'll go to the back first, so it's not colliding. Actually, I guess at the side, right? Try to get it lined up perfect. Right there. Let's drink some power out. We'll go from right about here. Doesn't need to be perfect. Roughly towards the middle. And that'll be the main line. And then hardwire these in. Okay, so that's set there. One of those. One more over here. Perfect. For now. Trophies, we'll go over around here. I'm hoping that's big enough for the trophies. Mainly on this side, I think. And then a couple right there. We're going to do the fireplace here. If it's not too big. Holy crap, it is massive. Why will it not attach? It will. So if we do it here, right? How does it look on the outside? We need to go outside to see the outside. That's kind of the way that works. I brought an extension just in case. Probably won't need it. We've got our bed. That should go right here. Let's set our spawn. Okay, that'll work there. We'll have some other items over here as well. Little chair, our rugs, things like that. We'll put our... Actually, this side we might not do any trophies. Just do trophies over here. He scared me for a second there. And we'll put our little storage here for our Death Run gear. Let's see how it looks from the outside. We'll ride on Junior. It's a little bit faster. Okay, that's right. We can't see it because it has the false wall. Oh, fantastic, man. That is perfect. All right. So, that's all done. Let's eat some food. Let's see about... Oh, I got a copper on me. Drop off those. Wait on that. Wait on that. I got so much junk in my inventory. We'll do the glass next. Let's set up some power real quick and figure out how to run it inside the base here. And then maybe we'll run it up on this side here. All the way up and connect it at the top. So, pick you up. Pick you up. I think what we'll do, let that go away, is we'll string this from there to here to there. That is all on the inside. Okay. My torch is gone. I can't see. I'm blind. Craft one. So that should work. I don't like how that's upright. Actually, is there anything right here? I don't think so yet, right? That should work. That's not going to work. I want that one to be flat. Can we go from here? Straight down? We can. And then from here... Why is that going curved? I don't have curve selected. Straight. I did. Okay, look, man. Operator error. Now, can we change the way that this one is so that it's flat and not at a weird angle then? It's still going to be at a weird angle. Why is that not flat against the wall? Is it because of that line that I keep seeing right there? Not sure if the recording's picking it up. There's a yellow line. Wait, that was perfect. There we go. Everything's flat, for the most part. Okay, so that's set. And that's set. That's not too bad right there. That sounds big! Get out of my base! Junior! Well, I'll tell you what. Holy crap, dude. Close the doors. Yeah, right. That was my bad. I'm sorry, buddy. Man. Oh, Hearing a bear is one thing. Seeing it inside your base is something else. Okay, let's see how we're doing up here. That's kind of awkward, but I mean, it's fine. It's either run into this one or run into that one. So either way, that kind of works. Alright, so that's done. So all we're missing now is it attaching it to the outside. Right? Let's set up the windmill. Open and close the door. For the first one, we'll set it up right over here. Just so that it's far enough away, right? Again, subject to change and moving. Before we run this, let's figure this out here. So, this might be a good area to attach it. Give it a second. We only have to run this once from the outside to inside. And the reason I'm thinking right here is we're going to have the foundations down. So I should be able to tie into here. Drag it to like right there. And then we can go wherever we want to with it. Let's go ahead and string it while we have it out. But then it's totally hidden and not all weird coming out of the foundation. I forgot a water pump. That is connected, right? It is right there. So, we should have power flowing into the battery bank. Absolutely. Okay, so that's plumbed in all together. Now every time we can make another one of those, we'll put it here, tie it in, put it here, tie it in, and that'll be kind of set for the buffer. Ugh, all right. Hard part's done on the electricity. Put the wall back. Because of bears. I have them all going with the arrow facing that direction, so I kind of want to keep it that way. Doesn't really matter, but... Oh yeah, for the lights. So these, I'm thinking... One here. And then one here. Let's do one back here for the moment. And that should work on those. Now, if we're getting the power to them... So obviously it'll go from this one to that one. Oh, we can't connect it like that because the way that it is. Can I pick it up normally? Wrong button. Okay, I'll deal with that in a minute. I can't connect to that again. So it's weird how the power is with this. Let's remove that. We'll do power next to it. That's still kind of considering it being connected, right? That'll be for that one. This will be for... Oh yeah, that's right. Only goes so far. That'll work for that one, and we'll just run it up here for this one. Okay. Power is ran for that. We'll connect it to there. It looks a little weird. What we might do to make it look better. Unhook this. Unhook that one. We'll run this connection here. So it's down a little bit. And it's sideways. There we go. At least it's kind of against the thing. We could do it at an angle and run it over there. But that'll work for now. It's kind of hidden behind there. We'll put some pillars if we want to cover that up. It's not going to be exactly perfect. Again, if we could put some of the interior walls along the inside of here, there is room, right? That would hide all this stuff. Kind of like the floors. All right, so anyways, that's done there. That is only one light. So having 4 of those over here should be bright enough for that part. And then for over here, we'll do some of these. And just for showing you how bright they are, we're going to run this very ugly. Actually, let's do it on this side. Just to show you how bright it is. Super, super bright, dude. Don't need too many of these. Maybe 3 on this side, 3 on that side. And it is nighttime too. It's definitely time to sleep. So you can see how bright they are inside. And do a couple up top. I'm guessing for up top, we'll have to do the ones on the sides to attach them to here. Let's get some wood real quick. We'll sleep. First night in our new base. There we go, man. No bears attacked, I don't think. Junior, you alive? He's fine, man. He's fine. All right, cool. So, that's kind of set. Turn this off. And this one we'll kind of just leave there for the moment until I figure out where I want to put them. I'm thinking probably one right here. I mean, we have the lights out here. Will that be overdoing it to have this out here too? Again, just for testing. Don't worry. Don't freak out. It's not overwhelming. That'll be fine. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, we skip 1. So 1 right there. 2. Maybe just 1 in the middle here. Should be fine. Kind of even it out, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There'll be 1 right here. And that'll be even. So 6 on each side. Now up here, we are doing some other stuff with rafters. I got to do some testing off camera. Want to make some rafters up here with the wood pillars. Just for looks. If it works out like I'm hoping, we can do some of these lights on there. That'll be, again, next video. So, that's done for now. Let's work on... Why do I have a foundation on me? Get rid of those now. Can't believe I forgot a foundation. Let's do the greenhouse. Glass. You hungry? Absolutely. We've got a door. We got these. We'll set that out for Junior. And then some of this. Let's give you some water, buddy. I'll put it in here for now. You are not living inside the base. Do not get used to it, okay? You will be outside. But for now, we'll give him some water. Let him stay inside. There we go. Alright, close the door. Put this back. Greenhouse build. Floor tiles. Do we need power out here? We might. Let's run some just in case. Super simple to do now versus fighting with it later. And we definitely need the water for the crop plots. I'll just tie it into the main hub in here. So I'm thinking for the crop plots, it'll just be on the outside. And we'll leave the center here open. You know what I mean? Like right here will be open. Just have crop plots on those. Maybe 4 on each one. That way whenever you walk in, you got some breathing room before the crops. And then probably just one of the beehives in here. Possibly. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. This is done here. I hear you. Proper way. These I don't care about. They're all the same, I think. Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. So, we want to go one wall high and connect. There should be a slope all the way down to stick. From the top, straight down. You know what we could do? If we set these up like this, the other side is going to have a shallow slope. It's not going to be a steep one. We could do a shallow slope here with the glass so that it matches. That's what we should be doing, not the steep one. Steep one would end right here. And then down to there. Oh, man. I made the wrong parts. We need the other ones. Now for this, we put a greenhouse door on a normal one. You can't. That's why I only made one. So we would have to put these as a side parts there if we want to have that. Maybe we'll leave this just solid, right? Normal doors. That should work for the greenhouse, though. Let's go outside, see how it looks. And what I want to do is right up here, not very wide, maybe just 2 tiles. We'll have this. Make some more foundation, so I need 5 now. And this, maybe put a door right here. A greenhouse glass one. And that'll come outside for our cooking area. That'll work, man. That should be fine, right? We can work on this right now, too. It's going to be a longer video than I had planned, but it's fine, man. Once I start building, just want to keep going, you know? Let's do this. We're going to take some of these. Some of those. We need some of the pillars. We'll test out these instead of those. And that should do both sides. That'll do the animal pen side plus our side. Let's start over here. We need the upper one. That'll connect here. Don't be weird. 4 of those. Let's do the other side too. Just do them both at the same time. That'll just be 2 there, and then we'll do the lower ones. Wait, go back. And then for over here, we'll do some of these. That will be concrete foundation under here. We'll tie that into the ground for the moment. I don't want to do that. That'll make it look weird. 1, 2, 3. Need 3 more of the railings. 4. There we go. Let's remove this. Change it to a doorway. Grab our door that we have. At least that'll be used. I'm not saying we'll use this out here for cooking, but I kind of want to have it outside. Just for looks, if anything, you know? And that'll be all fenced in, so it's somewhat safe. Safe-ish, man. Safe-ish. You alright? Is it a bad day? Keep moving along, buddy. Keep moving along. This side will be the exact same thing for the most part. We need lower, right? Very hard to get it to clip sometimes. Should have grabbed the other ones. It's fine, it's fine. There we go. And this will be for the stable. The smallest stable for now. Again, can always change it later if we want to. So this. Do this for simplicity. Until I get the right parts. Hello? Alright, let's grab some of the floor pieces real quick. Junior, in the way, buddy. I know, they're going all different directions. It's fine, man, it's fine. Five, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10. So 14 more in the railings, 2 gates, and it should be fine. What we'll do, let's grab some of the slopes. We'll do stairs going up on 2 parts of it. On the sides here, and have gates. Railings, gates. Bring Junior in. Railings to keep him safe. That should work out for now, right? Just for a little area to store our creatures. Let's see how it looks. See where we're at in life so far. So, little pin. I like how it's a little slope, steep, and then little. Changes it up from being all the same. Again, we just really need the pillars for the shallow slopes. We'll get the roof on this. It'll look a lot better. It'll be solid all the way down. That'll be greenhouse plus our drying rack outside plus a cooking area. Now out here, it is going to wrap around eventually. This will all be concrete. Probably, I'm thinking 2, maybe 3 wide. And then we'll have some railings up. Out here will be stairs coming down that'll lead to the water. Then up here we'll have some of the power. Thinking some of the windmills around here. Do not go inside my base. Windmill stuff right here. Same with this side. It'll wrap all the way around. And connect to that. It'll just be kind of segregated off. And it should be kind of set here. Need to figure out the front. I want an overhang here of some sorts. We'll try something in the next video. I was going to try it in this one, but I have to build scaffolding and everything else to get up to it. We might try some of the full-size tiles and then connect it with some wood beams. Not sure how that'll look. Gotta remove this guy too. Alright, give me a minute. I'm going to run back to the old base one more time. I will grab the roof parts that we need here. I will grab some railings. And I'll grab some of the gates. And a couple more of these. That'll at least finish what we have here now. And we should be kind of set for the day. I need to remove this rock. It is very, very annoying. Alright, man. Back to base once again. Let's leave Junior outside, actually. We'll put him in the little barn over here on the side. So what I have is the concrete frame that we need. We got some of the glass. We got some doors. We got some railings. And we got some gates. So that should be the rest of the parts. I hope so, man, because holy crap, dude. It's been a very long day building. It's been fun, though, man. Alright, so that's kind of set there. One more. Let's set it up over here where it goes. I hear you. Wolf. Right over there. Warning shot. I didn't miss. It was a warning shot. Get rid of this, too. I don't want any more coming by. It's going to be so much moving off camera trying to get all the stuff here. I'm hoping I have room to set everything up inside, right? Just to set it there in the middle of the floor. And then we'll sort it out in the next video. Might just bring all of the equipment first. And that'll be easy to deal with. It's all the storages I'm kind of worried about. I was thinking about doing a small little storage room right here. underneath the stairs, we still might do it. The original plan was to put all the battery banks under here. But it kind of works out having the false wall up there. It's like a last-minute decision. And put them behind that. I kind of like that idea. So yeah, might just do storage right up under here. And maybe wall it off right there. Separate it, you know. Put some walkway coming through. We'll see, man. We'll see. All right, anyways. Stop getting sidetracked. Let's do the railings first. Okay. Nice little outdoor area. Safe-ish from creatures. We might put a side door over here as well. Just to make getting out here a little bit easier. Might do it... I mean, we could really just do it right here. Is that odd number? 2, 3, that's 4. If we make it one more wide, not in this video, we'll have an odd number, and we can put the door right here. I think we'll kind of work towards that in the next video. And then a gate here. And a gate... This one needs to be spun around. I hear you! Leave my chicken alone! I'll tell you what. Stop letting them push you around, buddy. Don't talk back either. Always has something to say. Alright, let's move you over here. I mean, you have the... the big attack. That looks so weird. I want to move this one and flip it around to be like this. To where the hinges are on that side. If we can. We should be able to. I can't rotate it. Wrong button. Wrong button. Is that only set to go one way? Science. Pick this one up. Absolutely nothing. Okay, that's fine. I'll play with that off camera. Yeah, see, I wanted to open out. There we go. Then you can fit in here. That should be plenty of room for him plus a bison, right? I mean, you would think. Now, would that keep him safe from the other wildlife around? I don't know. I don't know if they'll attack the railings. I want to set up some of the turrets around base. I mean, we've got bears, man. Should have something up to offer protection when we're not here. But for right now, that kind of works. Don't worry, we'll get him a light out here as well. Probably after we expand it, though, some. Alright, we got the doors here. And then the roof. And we're set. Are we missing... We're missing the whole wall there. So, with that... I thought I had double doors set up here. I guess not. For the wall? Will this go there? Oh, will. Well, that kind of works, man. I'll make a glass one to go here. To match it. Not right now, but later. Thought that was so wide because we wanted to open that way. Thought it was so wide because we had the double door set up. Alright, so for this, we need a little one. And a little one. And then we need the bigger one that is backwards. Same with that one. And then just the slopes. Easy. Don't be weird. It's been a very long day. I should have brought some of the crop plots too to test them. To make sure we get the bonus. I mean, we should. Only thing I'm worried about is the sun being on that side and not hitting them. But, I mean, to be honest, like I said, the crops grow plenty as it is. I'm not too worried about being 100% efficient. I'm more worried about how things look. And that looks fantastic. Oh, dude. All right. Quick walkthrough before we're done for the day. Again, don't forget this is temporary out here with the stairs. It will have a proper deck. So, base is here. It's nighttime again. We can't see anything. Come in. Workshop. Workshop. Again, we'll have some windows up here before too long. Around here will be the kitchen. Maybe something else over here. I don't know. Not sure how much stuff we'll need for the actual kitchen. Possibly storage. Bulk storage. We'll kind of see how that works out. We've got the living area. Our battery banks back there. Probably over here too. And then we'll have all of our trophies up on the wall. Probably right here. Maybe some over there. Bed for sleeping. Nice view of the valley down there. Kind of like it. Out here we got the greenhouse, which will open up into our cooking area. Had the drying rack, probably the smoker, things like that out here. Again, some more windows shining outside. Let some light in. Dude, well, not too bad of a day. It has been a lot longer for me than it has for you. Mainly because I missed about, like I said, about 15 minutes where I had the video on pause. It's fine though, man. It happens, dude. It happens. Next video, we'll try to get either moved in or moved in plus some more building done. A lot of little stuff to do. Probably 2 or 3 more videos of doing the build. Once we get everything moved in, though, we'll take a break. We'll do some of the missions just to kind of break stuff up a little bit. Give me time to harvest more resources. However, we are going to go ahead and leave this one here. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.